By this definition, it is not spiritually mature to hope that God or some angel or master will do this work for us. There is a real sense in which surrendering our power with a wish, a prayer to perceive God figures or any type of external authority in human or other dimensional form is actually an abdication of our most profound and ultimately most joyful responsibility. To know how creation works so that we fulfill our real purpose in being embodiment at this time. Expecting anyone else to do this for us will be truly counterproductive, rendering us more vulnerable to control, manipulation, and ultimately to the fear which is born of powerlessness. Energetic healing, activating, and protection techniques are available. And one core technique is called the Maharata shield, anchor of light frequency. A more scientific way of expressing this would be to say that with this system, we are activating our DNA strand template, many of which have been dormant or distorted for thousands of years. Higher frequencies have been anchoring on this planet for several years, and the level of this inflow of energy is accelerating. DNA activation will happen to everyone to some degree. Whether you're aware of your DNA activating or not, in spiritual terms, what is really significant is whether the activation occurs within a Christos law of one, which practices unity consciousness, love yourself, love others, love earth and nature, service to others, consciousness expansion, responsible co-creation. Or does your activation occur with the anti-Christos, control and separation? For example, activation of the third DNA strand, which corresponds to the mental body, our level of consciousness stationed in dimension 3 or D3, will increase the capacity to rationalize, to comprehend, and formulate ideas. If the individual is aligned with his or her Christos self and is therefore coming from a position of oneness with all life, this intellectual prowess will be used to serve the law of one through life-supporting ventures or projects. Without this connection, the mind can be used to promote or concoct inventions of destruction or dominion. Activations of higher levels of DNA, such as within the D4 astral level, can lead either to greater spiritual integration and freedom, Christos, or disintegration, disempowerment, or misuse of spiritual power. The DNA and spiritual evolution are totally intertwined with each other, and we're working together for spiritual integration. And that's what we're really doing, is activating dormant codes of the silicate matrix gene code in the DNA. This is the basis for new understanding of what it means to evolve biologically and spiritually. There are ways that we can consciously interact with our DNA strands in order to clear blockages and realign distortions, thereby reawakening our true potential as conscious co-creators and as masters of our hologram or arena of manifestation. The frequencies, which are integrated into the bioenergetic field with regular use of the Maharata shield, the foundation stone of all Keylontic science study, progressively align the entire template of consciousness to its 12th dimensional Christos level. This enables all of the levels of DNA or dimensional structure to be brought back into balance. It also serves as the essential bridge to access higher aspects of our being, such as the primal light and sound fields. All of these concepts are explored thoroughly in the foundation materials. The practical application of Keylontic science and Keylontic healing are presented in the form of a broad range of techniques, many of which involve what would resemble guided meditations involving the use of symbols, colors, and sounds. Each color or symbol is chosen for a specific purpose, the explanation for which is to be found in the relevant materials. The choice of a particular color, for example, relates to the dimensional frequency band, which is being activated in a particular exercise. The tones and songs, many of which are in the ancient Anuhazi language, the language of our DNA, are precise sound formulas, the vibrational aspect of which activate the embodiment of the specified qualities within the DNA template. A balanced combination of techniques, reading, and listening to the foundation materials will establish a firm foundation which will facilitate much smoother progress than attempting to do too much too soon. Our divine blueprint holds the memory of these energies, but our manifested bodies need time to readjust and integrate, just as people who have been on a long fast need to come back to normal eating gradually so as not to overtax the body. If we bring in too much frequency at one time, our energy systems will tend to shut down until they can catch up. Every moment of contact with these materials helps to activate DNA. Knowledge itself carries a frequency which in turn activates cellular memory. The Foundation program also clarifies the context within which words like ascension, soul, ascended mastery, Christos, dimensions, and countless other terms are used, a context which often differs in essence from the given interpretations of these terms found in many metaphysical or religious paradigms.